The rain began early that morning in the small village. Soft drops fell gently on the rooftops made of clay and palm leaves. The air was cool, and the smell of wet earth filled the village. Inside a tiny mud kitchen at the edge of the village lived a small village girl named Amara. Amara was known for one special thing. She loved cooking for people. Even though her kitchen was very small, her heart was very big. That morning, Amara looked outside and saw something that made her sad. A group of village workers were returning from the farm. Their clothes were wet from the rain, and they looked very tired and hungry. Amara thought for a moment. Then she smiled. "I will cook something warm for them," she said softly. She quickly entered her tiny kitchen and began preparing a large pot of jollof rice. First, she washed the rice carefully in a small wooden bowl. Then she picked fresh tomatoes,
This is
onions,
super good.
and red
Just a
peppers
little more
from a
stirring.
small basket using a tiny stone grinder. Amara slowly crushed the peppers and tomatoes until the mixture became smooth and rich. Outside, the rain continued to fall gently on the roof of the little kitchen. Inside, Amara lit a small firewood stove made from clay. The fire began to crackle softly. Soon, the tiny pot began to heat up. Amara poured oil into the pot and added onions. The sweet smell of frying onions slowly filled the kitchen. Next came the blended pepper mix. The pot began to bubble as the rich red sauce cooked slowly over the fire. Finally, Amara added the rice and stirred it carefully with a wooden spoon. Steam began rising from the pot as the jollof rice cooked slowly, filling the air with a delicious aroma. The smell traveled through the village. Soon, the hungry workers followed the aroma until they reached Amara's tiny kitchen. They stood quietly outside, surprised to see such a big pot of food cooking in such a small kitchen. Amara smiled when she saw them. "Please come closer," she said kindly. "The food is ready." She served the hot jollof rice into small bowls and handed them to the tired workers. As they ate, their faces slowly filled with joy. The warm food and the sound of the rain made the moment peaceful and comforting. The workers thanked Amara again and again, even though her kitchen was tiny. That day, Amara showed the whole village something important. A small kitchen can still cook a big meal, and a small heart can still show great kindness.